Hey guys, this is Karish from SkillCap, and in this video we're going to be talking about offensive play and the way to do it right. One of the biggest drawbacks with playing offensively is that you're going to have to overextend. The consequences of this are that you may get switched on, you may fall behind because your heals are just not enough, or you may get controlled. So in general this is really dangerous and you should not do it unless you're like 99% certain that you're going to get the kill there. So here's a really good example of why you should play offensively in this situation. Let's take a look at what's going on here. We have the enemy lock on 50% HP, and at the same time he has no trinket, he's stunned, and my partners are connecting on him. So what I'm thinking now is that if I can stop the enemy healer from healing and get a little bit of CC on him, the enemy lock is gonna die, no question about it, because he has nothing. Oh, and on top of that, the enemy druid has no trinket, which means that whatever CC we get, he's gonna have to sit it. Because the druid is staying on the edge here, I'm gonna knock him down with Typhoon. This is gonna place the lock out of the druid's line of sight, and therefore the druid won't be able to get any heals off until he walks all the way back up. So in general, when you play offensively, doing just one thing, like getting just one Typhoon, is gonna help, but normally it's not gonna secure the kill. So if I really want to help my team score a kill there and make use of my offensive play, I have to go there and continue the CC chain on the Resto Druid. Although I could have used this Placer Beast here, gotten a pounce off and cyclone the Druid, I went for an NS clone because meanwhile I was healing my partners. So NS clone really quickly, I had no time for this Placer pounce, and because the Druid has no trinket, he cannot get away, therefore my team was able to score the kill there. As you can see, something as simple as Typhoon can be the start of a CC chain. I first knocked the druid down, he had to walk all the way back up for like 3-4 seconds. When he got there, he got cycloned instantly, then he got cycloned for a second time, and I could have even gone for a pounce or the Renting Roar, but they had already died by this time. You know, that's like over 15 seconds of CC, just because I was able to time my Typhoon correctly and set the druid in a proper position. However, I had to risk a lot because had the enemy warrior pop cooldowns, our entire team would have had to play defensively, and wasting my NS on an instant cyclone could have cost us the game. So you see, it's a really risky situation, which is why you gotta make sure that the enemies have no trinket and that your partners are connecting on the target you're going on. It is also optimal but not necessary to make sure your enemies have no major defensive cooldowns like shield wall and ice block. If they do have him and you go for offensive play, they're gonna fall way behind but not die, so it's still a great trade-off. Which brings us to our next point, healing while playing offensively. This is the most important part of playing offensively. If you just tunnel vision cyclones and forget about healing, really soon you're gonna notice that your partners are dropping, and the way Resto Druid healing works right now, you need time to build up your HOTS and make them work. So outside of tree form, you gotta keep HOTS all the time or there's really no way to play offensively. So here we're facing a rank 1 shadow play, and what we're gonna do now is go for a really offensive opener with Ring of Frost, and of course I'm expected to follow it up with a Cyclone. However, I've lost quite a lot of times like that by opening without starting to heal first, so I've learned my lesson. What I'm gonna do now is surprise them. They're all expecting me to pop with a Cyclone, and surprisingly, they have over 5 ways of interrupting that, so just don't go for it. That's not how Druid should be played anymore in 90% of the cases, especially against casters. Play slow, play it safe, just open with HOTS, there's nothing you can do about that. Let your team take the CC at first, and once your teammates have gotten great pressure and their HOTS rolling everywhere, then you should look for an opportunity to get a CC off and play offensively. So right here, my team has full HP, we have cooldowns up, and I have HOTS rolling everywhere. At the same time, the enemy team has the priest in dispersion on like 20% HP, so what I'm gonna do now to stop heals on him is cyclone the priest. You know, when the priest uses dispersion, he's gonna receive 90% less damage. And this is why I'm cycloning the priest here, to make sure he stays low and doesn't receive any heals from the shaman, because even if I don't cyclone him, there is no way we're gonna be able to kill him. Once my cyclone on the priest is over, his dispersion is gonna have expired. What that means is that he's not only gonna be on 20% HP, but also he's gonna have no dispersion, so he's gonna be taking 100% damage again. And you know, on 20% HP, that's pretty much one shot. So what I'm gonna do here is switch my Cyclone from the Priest to the Shaman. Although the Shaman has Trinket here, I'm still gonna go for it because he's definitely gonna use it. And also, it's gonna be just about enough for us to kill the Priest, because I just gotta interrupt the Shaman for like 1 second. And the Priest is gonna drop because he's on 20% HP without anything. And that's exactly what happens here. This is one of those games where it is worth playing offensively because we have such great pressure and the enemy team has nothing, because one of the DPSers was basically not able to do anything. The Shadow Priest was totally locked down the entire time, and we forced so many defensive cooldowns early on that they just couldn't recover. This is what I mean by making the enemy team fall behind. Although they may survive early on because of their defensive cooldowns, later there's really no way for them to do anything because they're gonna have zero pressure and already you're gonna have forced everything. In this arena match here, I really try hard to get some CC off, but as a result I overextend. So I displace her beast here, trying to pounce the druid and get a Cyclone off, so I pounce the druid and I get counterspelled on my Cyclone cast. But let's take a look here. I have no trinket, my partners are kinda dropping, so if some other CC had landed on me, chances are we would have lost because I was playing so offensively. And just one counterspell like that, when you don't have trinket and when your team is not looking so good, can totally cost you the game, so you gotta make sure you don't do anything like that. This was pretty stupid by me. But fortunately we ended up winning because we had a lot more pressure and the enemy team was not able to recover and take advantage of the situation. So remember, when you're playing offensively, you're basically playing with fire and you may get burned. So don't do anything stupid unless you have a ton of defensive cooldowns available or you see a really clear opportunity of scoring the kill. Also, I totally feel your pain because it is so frustrating to just stay back and heal without doing any CC. I mean, that's what druids are for, right? Doing CC. But these days our huts are so weak that we gotta play a bit like priests, you know? Just staying back, casting regrowths, and not going for so many Cyclones. Anyway guys, good luck playing offensively from now on, and please let me know what you think about the video in the comments below and give it a plus kill. Thanks for watching.